Good afternoon, I'm Daniel Miller and this is Destiny. A warm welcome to all of our friends, fans, community members, participants, viewers and everyone on various platforms worldwide watching us live. Thank you for joining us and thank you for being our dedicated community members here on my channel, the Destiny veterans, the online video gamers and everyone who is in all of video gaming world. Hi, how are you doing? Did you have a good weekend? Did you play some interesting games? Have you had some really good weather? All these questions were crossing my mind during the last few days as we're having a dreadful weather over here in our London suburbs. It is literally raining at all times and it's fairly autumnal, fairly drizzly and very cold, I've got to say. And today I didn't go out in my regular short sleeve outfit due to this. Had to do a few things in town and generally it just felt like the summer's gone, and it's astonishing to see that Britain is having this sort of very mild, very drizzly weather, whilst in Portugal the temperatures are reaching 45 and the fires are blazing everywhere, and in some other parts of the world as well, very hot weather. In Central Europe we are experiencing torrential rains and they said they had massive tornadoes in areas like north of Italy, in Slovenia and Croatia. They have massive flooding in Austria, Slovenia and Croatia at the moment, and people are really struggling to deal with these rivers which are bursting and reaching the historic levels of never ever been that high in the time since they were doing the recording. So global warming is affecting us all, and it's affecting us all in very different ways. And it's interesting, I have a contact on my online networking, and she has gone to the Dolomites amongst all places, and she's doing trekking and mountain climbing and long distance walks and all sorts, and had unbelievably dreadful weather in Alta Badia, that part of Italy which is near the South Tyrol, really near bordering Austria. And I just worry really that people get lost with their adventures, they don't pay enough attention to the threats arising from the local environment and the weather. And if you get that sort of unbelievably dreadful wind or torrential rains or sudden changes of weather, which indeed had been occurring several times in the last few weeks. And I've got to say, I'm astonished that in Britain none of the outlets, the news outlets, BBC, Sky News or any other, have covered any of that. We actually heard nothing about it whatsoever. The only thing we heard was that our people evacuated from some Greek islands because of fires. We've not heard anything about the global warming and climate change and the biblical proportion styled flooding that's happening in Central Europe. Milan is a Central European city north of Italy, and they had tornadoes. Never ever in history had Milan had tornadoes. It's as if you were in Missouri or if you were in Georgia in the US. It is unbelievable. And I have to say, I'm very worried about the effects of global warming, because I feel, as I'm progressing age-wise, that I'm finding it more difficult to cope with pollution and hot weather. And obviously the temperatures are just ascending, and we are experiencing massive heat wave everywhere. And it's not just this heat wave, it's the overall pollution, it's the the dirt which is flying about. And if you're living in very urban areas in big cities, you can feel that every single day. And it's just the way we use energy, the way we live, and a lot to worry about, because obviously I've lived through the times where there weren't that many cars and people were spending their evenings and weekends at home with their families, and today that's not the case. Our family environment, certainly in Britain, is completely fractured. The vast majority of people spend maybe half hour, 45 minutes with the rest of the members per day, and that just seems to be completely unnatural. It goes against the grain of what we need as people and humans, and I really worry about the I wouldn't say the distant future, immediate future, as we face huge problems with the environment. And don't forget what's been seen in Europe, and I have to say it has been completely unreported through the British media, and I don't understand what the reason for that is. If anybody knows about this, please let me know and tell me what the reason actually is for such important developments not to have even a single word mentioned. When you see the flooding that's happened in Slovenia, this is a country full of mountains, similar to Austria and Switzerland. 2/3 of the country underwater. 2/3 of the country. It's a small country, but just imagine all the rivers bursting, coming down mountains and causing erosions and landslides and all kinds of problems, and buildings and villages just disappearing in that sort of dreadfully powerful water. We've had nothing of that at all through our media. So you think, well, how is it possible that we are just being fed the news about some influencers, some people who are completely insignificant or any form of relevance to anything that's happening in the world, yet such important news are not being reported? Being a person who's avidly following the news on all fronts, that doesn't mean only the news and current affairs. It means also those related to music, film, and video game industries. But I find it to be perverse, to be honest with you, as certain outlets are just concealing certain news or not reporting them with a clear purpose and intent in mind, yet we are getting other things given to us which actually do not concern us at all. It's someone else's interest, somebody else's priority, but not ours, not of the ordinary people. Our priorities, as always, have been and are having something to eat, which is the most important thing, having somewhere to live, having a roof over your head, and having work. So it's like three basic factors. In addition to that is having good health. All three of those are under massive attack at the moment. You really wonder what is the future if that is the way things are. Also, in terms of the overall situation in our local communities, everywhere you go around the continent, around Britain, everything's so expensive. People can't afford buying the most essential things, and most people are not traveling anymore. Most people are staying at home, not going out for meals in restaurants. They're not able to support our local economy, and therefore the local economy is suffering tremendously. So where are the news dedicated to this? I don't understand as to why I should be bothered with some influencer who had said something to somebody somewhere. Well, it's absolutely no relevance to anyone in any circumstances. It's utter nonsense. Yet we do not hear about hunger in our big cities. We don't hear about children going to school without their lunch boxes. We don't hear about other things, like, for instance, these floods and these utterly dreadful conditions. I don't know whether we think in Britain we are spared, that we are not going to get any of this, as we never had any floods. I have no idea. I mean, I'm just wondering what the overall thinking is. Or is it to do with the idea that we shouldn't talk too much about it, because obviously people will be rebelling and they will want the industry to cut down on emissions, and therefore there will be a huge decline in the production, and therefore the value of the economy will slide. And I honestly don't know what the reason for that is, or what meaning of it all is. And if somebody does know, just ping me a message or tell me live on air for me to be a bit clear in my mind, as we are experiencing grotesque conditions which are directly the result of global warming, whether people want to agree with this or not. And I have seen in my local area where I live this constant weather changes, and sometimes out of the blue you have this horrendous winds which are life-threatening, and the next minute it's torrential rains and the threat of flooding everywhere. And it never used to be. I mean, we always have been a bit drizzly, we had rain, but not like this. It's not like 2 or 3 months of rain hitting a town within a day. It is just completely unbelievable. And I've got to say, some of the things that I see and witness remind me of certain activities that I witness in computer games, in video games. The border, really some sort of disaster film or sci-fi, or I don't know, the genres that people like to watch in IMAX. And I worry really about all of that, and I wonder what the future is going to be, because we have seen the changes. I mean, we've seen also not the changes in the immediate environment, but we see it in people. People are very different, and people behave differently, and we are like a sponge. We're receptive to where we live, and receptive to all influences coming from within, from the inside of us, biologically and psychologically, as well as from the environment and who we are with and where we live and what other kinds of things happen in our immediate surroundings, and all of that has this immediate effect. So we are responding biologically, physiologically, and therefore we are adapting. And some people have got the capacity to adapt better than others. Other people are not as flexible, and the overall change, if we are to be experiencing such hot weather summer months, it will be very difficult for some people to work. And if you are lacking air, if you are really hot, your body temperature is very high, your mental abilities are significantly affected. Your ability to do some things is decreasing. You are not really as focused as you should be, and the list just goes on and on and on. Anyway, I'm telling you a bit about this because I'm a bit perturbed by the way we sort of get the news served, and there's been a lot of debate on various social networking platforms about whether news we're getting today are relevant, and also whether the news are generally being siphoned off into certain areas that will stimulate either a particular way of thinking or indeed sales. And I have to say that I had seen sometimes the weather forecasts indicating certain things which did not turn out to be relevant, and you've seen people going to shops and buying huge quantities of water as they're being threatened with tropical heat. Or if you heard, in fact I've seen that in our local town recently. We've had a big event a few weeks ago where the weather forecast for the lengthy weekend was of torrential rains and huge thunderstorms and all sorts. The event was poorly attended. Like, let's say 2/3, 3/4 of the people usually come to this event, which is kind of big social gathering once a year in our town, didn't show up because they were worried about the collateral of the thunderstorms. Incidentally, there was no thunderstorms, and we didn't have any thunderstorms throughout the whole weekend, or even on the following Monday. But that was the sole reason for people not to be attending. So therefore, forecasting we can't always predict it. Let's face the facts. Weather is unpredictable. But sometimes we do get the news which are, relevant. They're tied into certain weather conditions, and it did make me wonder. Really, that's just one of those things which I observed, and generally, I really I worry about the way things are, and I worry about how things are going to be in the short run, as I can see that the prices are constantly rising, and we have lots of discussions on the internet in relation to video games, for instance, and we've had last week several very fertile sessions here on my channel between various community members who were extremely angry with Bungie for monetizing as much and selling us the dungeon keys and doing all kinds of things which are seen as purely based on the dollar and not at all connected to your ordinary community member. And I can understand it. Sometimes people rant and get very angry, but the fact is that the domino effect of the expense is present everywhere, and all companies, inclusive of Bungie's and Bethesda's of this world, are being affected. So we've seen a steady rise of the overall costs on video game making, and we have seen the increases when it came to the new releases, and they're very expensive. It's a huge amount of money people need to spend in order to play certain games, and on the other hand, you've got games like Apex that are offered free of charge, yet you can then buy lots of different items there with treasure packs and everything, or anything event related, to which you are going to be contributing to the future financial health of that company, which is Respawn. And I'm not saying that there are things on offer, but at the end of the day, everything's expensive, from the use of the internet to your mobile connection and ISP contracts, and the price is just going up and up and up. And I've had several members here complaining about such expenses and finding it very difficult. I've had some people departing from the community indicating that they couldn't pay the internet bill and therefore they had to basically depart from the video gaming community online. And so, you know, everyone is having his own perspective on what's happening at present. The overall pricing and the overall cost of living, which is so high and particularly affecting our transportation, housing here in Britain, is almost unmanageable. It causes so many problems to so many people. So I feel really privileged to be able to do what I do here, to connect with my community and maintain the a good internet connection and everything else. But I don't really see that as something that should be seen as a privilege. It should be just an ordinary thing for everyone, for people to be able to afford it and to use it. And that's obviously not happening at the moment, and therefore we are deeply, deeply concerned. Okay, so that's just a few thoughts and reflections on some of the issues that our friends were raising here during the last week. All of that was connected to the state of game, you know, the article that Bungie published, and all that is to follow in the near future, tied in with their presentation in August, 22nd of August, Bungie, the Final Shape showcase. And you know, we all look forward to it, but there was a lot of collateral coming from the community, and I've got to say a lot of people were very angry with the statement that the game director released, as they felt this was very negligent, very much divorced from the overall community of gamers and the environment that we belong in. And they all felt he was pursuing the line that is not going to be popular with dedicated Destiny veterans. And the biggest problems, and the way I understood them from our friends, were linked to, well, the lack of content, the repetitive elements, and then certain things being promised and then not delivered. So these were the three issues that popped up really massively. Give a bit more of that about that in a second, but I've got a few things here. Actually, the news today are pretty much linked to Destiny in full, and we've had some reflections coming out of the community on the statements that we received. And as you know, I've not even been able to get to the statement because what he had written is like 50 pages long, and you know, just completely brain dead after reading even 10 pages, and I tried to cram in as much as possible during my last broadcast. But my personal reflection is they will be measured in what is being applied, and they will be careful not to overstretch financially, as the game is costing them a lot, and they're not having a huge amount of success with retention of the old gamers and their regularity, the regular gameplay. They have quite a few new people coming in through the ads and various other hubs online, but on Reddit we've seen that lots of new people come in, they're kind of enthusiastic, but they find Destiny to its status at the moment to be very confusing, and they all feel, well, if you come in here you know, to try the game, we are being driven to monetize straight away, to purchase the expansions, to get some of the keys, to, you know, to just basically spend. I don't know, hard for me to tell. I've not gone to Destiny in order to play for free. I've always had my expansions and the content which I purchased, but I think the way I see it is they need to spend a lot more time on the narrative content, and so that we would have a situation in which the game feels cohesive. You can understand the story and start playing it. Many people said that since the Red War campaigns have disappeared, Destiny became very highly disjointed, and therefore they were not able to make a head or tail of the actual story. Well, I agree. It's a sort of game that's constantly in evolution. It's a bit like a game preview. We are experiencing different elements that are still being introduced and evolved, and it's a sort of a pioneering effort that is not going to gel with everyone. And you've seen with other games where they have a clear-cut structure and a clear-cut narrative content. An example, at the moment I'm playing Valhalla, Assassin's Creed installment from 3 years ago, and there's a huge anticipation about the next one called Mirage. And I have to say, I mean, I played majority of the other Assassin's Creed games. Valhalla is just really, really brilliant. It does have narrative content, the volume, and the overall world, which is exceeding anything else I've seen in the series previously. And the way it's written and the way it is being delivered in there is masterly. You find it very easy to follow the main quest. The side quests are perfectly blending in with any additional content and characters, and you just find yourself to be absolutely at home with everything that's happening. In addition to that, the Old England is so beautifully reworked. It's very historic, it's very picturesque, and you have phenomenal changes of day-night cycles, and everything just looks so pretty. But at the same time, it looks pretty and very authentic. So it's not really a sort of environment which is created in order to be admired. It blends in with the historic structures and with the travel. This is in the 9th century. The various areas that were under the Roman rule. You can see all the ruins, and the castles have been reworked to the T. They're really, really authentic, really brilliant, really extraordinarily well recreated. And that's the sort of game that's setting up the rule for anything else coming out within that narrative structure. I'd be quite curious to see what will happen with Starfield and its release, and also very, very interested to see what the narrative structure is going to be, because if Starfield excels as a single player game narratively and the side missions and all other sorts of things, it's very similar to what we're seeing with Oblivion with the Elder Scrolls series, the single player ones which were released on consoles, not the online. Online is a different story, but then we'll have the new rules, and people will be coerced into that sort of world which is straightforwardly told, and they'll keep coming back to the game because they love the story, they love the characters, they love everything that's happening there. We've had in the meantime the release of Baldur's Gate on PC, the third installment, and this game's breaking all records. It's just phenomenal. I think 600 million people are playing. No, 600 million. What was it? I can't remember the figure. I need to dig it up for you. I'm sorry to say that. There's just an unbelievable number of players doing concurrently. They said in terms of other PC games, it's broken all records and reached phenomenal heights already within the first few days. And the overall experience of the game is extremely positive. It's narrative, it's a story-driven game with many different characters to talk to, NPCs, and very many maps, and 170 hours of cutscenes. So it's 60,000 options to which how you can pursue the game with dialogue and NPC interaction. So all of that is certainly of a huge interest to many people who love RPG. And generally, I think the industry had accepted its RPG that will be indeed seen as the next big thing, or I should say the thing which is persisting. Hence the Xbox titles will include quite a few of these, and the vast majority of titles we've seen advertised through many showcase events, be it for the consoles or PCs, will be actually story driven, and they will be within the genre of RPG with some adjustments to a degree in terms of the overall activity, with shooters, and they can throw in some battle royale style elements, or they can have elements of FPS, but all of those are story driven, and it's a story that really gets people in and blends all the content together. So I think Destiny will have a lot to learn from that, and we've been given lots of promises, and I don't really agree with many veterans who say that Bungie had never delivered. That's not really quite so. Bungie is doing many things which I think are very interesting and very entertaining and definitely highly playable. But for a game that's constantly live online, there is this element of repetitive content, and there are people who are worried if they were to be playing it every single day, as people do. And you have people who are dedicated to one game alone. This is no news. We've seen that over the years, and people just will adore one particular title, a massive big title, and spend all their time on it. Then they will want to have that degree of diversity. They will want to have some new content introduced, and again, a lot of concern about the PvP maps. They felt they've just thrown in whatever was there from before, and there's been no major movement forward with new locations and new maps that would be more interesting. Like I said before, I thought the concept of Battle Royale in Destiny would be definitely greatly appreciated. I could create one big map similar to what we had in Warzone with Verdansk, and therefore you can have 100 players coming in and be 33 different teams, and you would just basically want to, if it's a 3-piece, right? Or maybe you want to make it a 4-piece or 2-piece or solo. You know, there are all kinds of options in there, but that sort of concept would really kind of heat up the interest, and will definitely bring in many more people to the game. Whether it's down to the cost or whether they feel that the concept doesn't really belong to the developer, I'm not sure, but certainly that is what I would introduce to them, and therefore we would have a variety of maps, the ones for death matches and the ones where you can really strategize and, you know, put out certain tactics that will make everyone very, very happy. Right, so that's just a few reflections on what's come in and what I've heard from our community members. Let's quickly have a look at the news and see what we have there. Most of it is indeed Destiny related. The first bit is connected to Destiny 2 leak, which reaffirms name rumors for returning Season 22 raid. And basically the raid is Crota Send, and that is what they suggested will be the next thing in Season 22, which will commence shortly, and updated with new mechanics and rewards. Reprise rates have been well received by players, praising Bungie's timeless and counter designs. The leak has divided the community, with some hoping the return of Wrath of the Machine instead, and others concerned about repetitive content and poor communication from Bungie, just like what I said. A new Destiny 2 leak supposedly confirms the identity of the next reprised Destiny raid, arriving with the upcoming Season 22 allegedly reworked to feature updated mechanics and rewards. Since the Beyond Light era, such expansion has featured a raid from the original title, beginning with the Vault of Glass in Season of the Splicer and King's Fall in Season of Plunder. The two returning raids have been received very well by everyone, with many praising Bungie's ability to craft timeless encounter designs, something players have found lacking in Destiny 2's recent 6-man endgame activity. Well, I mean, they belong to the first game to start with, and they, you know, did blend in very well with the content and with the concept, which means that people will go especially to Destiny 2 to play these raids because they want to see them in 4K and worked and remastered, and they want to see some changes if introduced, and they will be always brought back to that old Destiny 1 mindset. Although these raids are part and parcel of the sequel, you know, they still will feel like the games from Destiny, like the elements of Destiny 1, and I think this is where the strength of the game is. The Vault of Glass was the first raid featuring the original Destiny, throwing players into the temporal underbelly of the Beck civilization. Overall, the franchise features 14 raids, including the 2 previously mentioned reprisals and 2 raid layers. Representing the peak of PvP activity throughout the 2 games' history, raids are intricately tied to the narrative and often lead to revelations into the nature of light and darkness. So they just kept quiet about Season 22 raid, and then confirming September the 1st as the release date, and it will have similar rules to other returning raids for the first completion challenge. So we'll wait and see really what happens. There's lots of speculation about the whole thing. We have an article from Eurogamer talking about the director's disclosures the other day, and he says Destiny 2 is heading into creative territories Bungie has never explored before, quoting the director saying, "We are changing some things up in a big way with an all new mechanic." So they gave us sort of few details, and Joe Blackburn, the director, he's addressing a number of player feedback items over the past few months. The team would be rolling out something very new and very different in Season 23. While there is always room for us to revise and improve, the community response has reinforced that we are on the right track with norm-breaking efforts like these, and will be rolling out something very new and very different in Season 23. Now, without spoiling anything ahead of the showcase, our next season will be heading into creative territories we've never explored before. We're changing some things up in a big way, including the season progression paradigm with an all-new mechanic. All will be revealed on August the 22nd. So it's just giving us a bit of a teaser taster. We are not told what the big thing is going to be. We need to wait still, or at least, what's that, 8, exactly 2 weeks to the day, and then we'll be given it on a plate. The key pillars of these creative territories, the question mark, expand players' imaginations, bring challenge back to Destiny, enrich our content and connect our guardians. Well, that's fine, but that all sounds very abstract. We much prefer to hear what that exactly is going to be within the game. And we are not going to be raising the power cap when Season 22 is upon us either. So power cap raise has been controversial from the beginning, as many people who were grinding the game felt it was unfair for the newbies to come in and then start out on the same footing. Whether this is going to work or not remains to be seen. I can actually understand the argument from both ends, but you know, it's just the question of how everything would be indeed received and experienced by many different gamers. So he says, of course we'll still have plenty of activities where power is crucial, including Master Raid and Dungeon content, Legend and Master Nightfalls, Grandmasters, Legend and Master Soul and Lost Sectors and Trials of Osiris. This will still be the case throughout Season 22, and your artifact power will still be as important as ever. For those craving even tougher challenges, we raised the bar on Grandmaster Nightfall difficulty this season with our first PsyOps Battlegrounds GM, which will make an additional appearance before the end of the season for those who didn't get the chance to take it for the first time. And as usual, we'll continue to monitor feedback as we add more Battlegrounds to the Vanguard Nightfall and GM schedule later in Lightfall's year. Well, I've got to say that I'm not that keen on Battlegrounds being imported into the rotating playlists. I think this is a red herring. It's a separate type of activity. It's a bit like as if a raid would be brought into the Nightfalls. No, it's a separate concept which you apply to what people do. And quite frankly, with the activities in those battlegrounds, you have got swarms of enemies, and you have a large team of players trying to compete with them and doing it together in order to complete the task. You go step by step. It's not really aligned to the story. Strikes, the Vanguard strikes or Nightfalls, were always our previous story missions, which were just upped in terms of the difficulty level. So, you know, a completely different concept. And they said they wanted to do this in order to diversify. I don't think that's the case. It's just maybe rehashing the old content, throwing it in, making sure that it can be used again, even if it's no longer part of any of the seasons which already would have gone into the past. And I'm in two minds about it. I'm not that keen, basically. Then, if you are interested in the overall Destiny activities and in-depth analysis, you can go to the Destiny Show. And Destiny Show is Destiny the Game podcast and community and clan and blog and all sorts. And the guys running it have been in contact with me recently about can't remember exactly what, something Destiny related, and they're running state of the game retrospectives. So they're going back in time to tell you exactly what's been happening. So unless you are here with the channel and you're a member of our community, so you can also step in and see what they do there, the Destiny Show that is, and they will have their podcasts more than ready for everyone to enjoy. Then we've heard that 4K cloud streaming is going to go live first on PS5. So you'll be able to play multiple PS5 titles on the cloud at 4K resolution. PS5 gets 4K streaming before xCloud, surprisingly. And people were restricted to PS4 games on cloud. Cross-gen games wouldn't play on PS5 versions. So this is close to invites right now with people who have beta update 8.0 that just went live recently. And the current games list will include God of War, Eternal, Destiny 2, Fortnite, Horizon 2, Fall Guys, Death Stranding, Sackboy, A Big Adventure, Destruction All Stars, and Demon's Souls. Well, we need to see really what this is going to be like. We've got all of that nicely pasted here on the poster. I look forward to that. And yeah, I told you all about the States of Gambit and all that the other day. Alright, so that's the news. So that's basically what's coming on the wire. So we've got some other things which I could also present you with, but I think as today's stream is going to be a bit shorter than usual, we'll probably persevere with a lot of activity here in Destiny 1, so just to make it as high octane as possible. And I have some questions coming from our community as well, so just bear with me. I'll get this up and running, and some of those are quite interesting. All of them are Destiny related, and let me just quickly see. Yeah, we have our friend Foreign Sugar, and he's asking the question about the new versus the old players and how Destiny and Bungie are attracting the new guys to come in. So it says they're not changing stuff for old players as long as new players continue to replace them, just like your job. They don't care if you quit. So he says they still get people to come pause despite the new play experience being not very good. Your criticisms and quitting will not mean anything until people stop replacing you if you quit. You're correct to criticize, correct to quit, but I have some bad news if you think it will matter to them, meaning Bungie. And so we have quite a few people responding to say the new play experience is a testament to how absurd it is to claim that Bungie is catering for new players. Well, I don't agree with this. I think Bungie is catering for new players, and they want people to be brought in and welcomed through the freebie and the power levels being adjusted. But on the other hand, it does feel like a difficult game to come into. I think when you go to games that got like a proper narrative structure, you can make a head or tail of it. When you come in, you have the story to follow. You get kind of engrossed by following the prologue and then the beginning of the story. In Destiny, it is different, and I think that is probably experienced as not very welcoming or not very forthcoming about the new people who are coming in. And they say, don't forget they claim the new play experience is great and amazing in the state of the game. No, they didn't do that. They said that they're always trying to make it as welcoming as possible. So people just, turning things around really, and not really reading or listening to what's being said. And the other person, Ancient Augie, says that's because the state of the game was an insulting mess. And basically Bungie's saying, well, you just simply need to pay me and going forward without any effort to make things better. Well, it isn't quite like that, but definitely the concerns are very much about the monetization and the fact that Bungie is pushing for an aggressive monetization strategy that will basically have to be applied in order for this game to be run, as it's expensive to run, and that's the bottom line. And we have Impossible Net here. He says, I can confirm as somebody who's maybe okay the past 2 months, but the new play experience is really horrible. I have the Anniversary and Nightfall discs currently, which gave me more to do, but yet I'm still coming short-handed on things to do that interest me. I realize it's Destiny and there is technically going to be things for me as a brand new player to do, but not that necessarily interests me. For instance, I could go and spend a long time just grinding all the free red borders in the game and crafting, but that's not fun after a while. The worst part for me is that somebody steered me away from the game entirely. If you do not buy this DLCs, then you are just totally useless. And it says, good luck keeping interest. This is my food for thought as a new player, and I'm honestly starting to feel like some of the OG players who are leaning or hating this game. I can't tell my hand from anything else compared to OG Destiny players, but as a new player, my conclusion is that the new play experience is not very good. And he says, I hated seeing the fact that I was at a pretty fast stopping point before spending money on the game, and that I had it to order to continue to play. And Lord Phoenix says, new play experience is definitely an experience. Source, me, a new player from the beginning of the year. It's basically the bare minimum needed to teach new lights the basics of abilities. There is a slight story hook, but it wasn't enough to me. There needs to be a new light campaign experience instead of shipping off the newbies into full war. Well, to be honest with you, we read last week that some people were suggesting that just the recent expansions or expansion singular should be offered on a price. Everything else needs to be fully included, a bit like seasons. Once they're gone, they're gone. There's no need for them to be purchased anymore. Well, Bungie don't think so. And on the other hand, I also feel that for the game of this volume that's been around for so long, this wouldn't be financially feasible. People forget that Destiny actually costs a lot in terms of the regular maintenance and the volume of the content and everything else. and it's questionable how much money they're making with the present concept. Therefore, they have persevered with this aggressive monetization, but I don't think this will really work in a longer term. The reason for that is many people are departing from the game, and they will be waiting to see whether anything interesting and novel indeed will take place or occur, and then they'll reconsider whether they would want to be included, or whether they'll return back. So we have somebody else asking, what do you think will happen after the Light and Darkness saga ends? And that's the trucking here. You said, will we get a Destiny 3 or a whole new story, new enemy to invade? So what are your predictions? Edit just came to my mind, as the Witness isn't the Darkness itself, just a strong user. I don't think the Darkness could be stopped just by defeating the Witness. Well, this is an interesting topic, but at the same time, at this moment, it's just a speculation. We cannot tell anything before we watch that showcase event, and I personally think that Destiny will be progressing down the route which will align it with Mass Effect and Starfield, a game that's narrative driven, and that may not come as a surprise to many, and it may not be embraced by many Destiny veterans, particularly those who liked the Halo concept that Destiny did have at the very beginning. And they will have to take this direction, or they will have to do something to ensure that there are going to be elements that would be always bringing people back to the game. As you've seen with single player games, it doesn't matter that you're not a multiplayer in there with other guys, and you can't do things together as you would in here or Anthem. People still go to these streams and they'll watch this game together being played with a single player, i.e. the broadcaster, and they will communicate, they will provide tips, they will be interacting, they will have a wonderful time together, although they will not be playing together within the game itself. And it's the story and the wealth of the characters and the interactions that makes people always come back. It's similar to people who watch films 20, 30, 40 times, remember the dialogue, remember the film, back to front to back, so to speak, and they'll remember everything about it, every single shot, every single angle, every single bit of dialogue. It's the world that the film is giving to an audience, and it's the volume of their interactions, the significance of the dialogue, the emotions people pick up from what they see on the screen, that will always bind them together. And in video gaming, it's that, and also heightened through the overall live online interactivity, where we watch such games played on Twitch or YouTube, and therefore they are no longer just a single player game per se, as you have the whole community coming and watching and communicating, and they become just a completely different, much more of a heightened experience. And I really like the idea, and I think that's my take on what might be happening to Destiny. I also think they will be introducing some new activities that probably change the modding, and they'll change the way we progress as Guardians, and there may be some changes to the light level, maybe to the Guardian superpowers. All these factors will be unraveled on the 22nd, but I think if you're looking at the main difference will be going down the narrative route, which is straightforward, and you've seen that in recent seasons when there was a lot of narrative-driven content that I personally thought worked really well. The only trouble for me was that the content was very short. But don't forget, this is a season, and you are delivering this content every single week. So obviously, these missions, if played together, will come across as voluminous or fairly lengthy. But if delivered from week to week within 12 weeks, they'll come across as just tiny little clips. Alright friends, that's all news and community related for today. So we'll crack on with some activity in Destiny 1. We've had our weekly reset today already, and before I do that, I will need to be telling you that this stream, together with the rest of my streams up to the moment, and with all the streams I'll be doing until the end of this year, are dedicated to our charitable fundraising. And this is the attempt by myself and the members of my community to raise revenue for our charity called Mind. Mind is a UK-based charity that provides services for people who are suffering from mental health problems and various emotional difficulties, and they deliver their services individual. Those are provided by the volunteers and professionals. They operate from various offices around the country, and we are supporting the effort. They need our support. They need a lot more revenue to what they're getting, as their services are under huge pressure due to the current state of play with our economy, and also with the way people live today, where everyone is feeling under a lot of strain due to the cost of living and everything else. So we want to be raising money for that charity. We want to make sure that we get as many donors as possible. The target is £1,000, and that is the target which I hope will be reached by the end of this year. To be precise, by the 31st of December to be precise, and that is certainly what I'm hoping. We've had one successful charitable fundraiser recently for the Bungie Foundation, in which I raised $105 that contributed to the overall funds of more than $1 million that went to the foundation. That was, of course, greatly appreciated by the charity and very many of their service users. And as you know, the Bungie Foundation supports children with serious illnesses, and children who are spending the time in hospital, and then through the use of technology they are trying to alleviate and remedy the stresses and the pressures of that sort of hospital treatment, and the fact that children are taken away from their parents and from their families, from their schoolmates, and facing the unknown with surgeries. These illnesses are very, very dangerous and deadly and difficult, and the foundation is doing everything possible to make those children as sociable as practicable through the use of tablets and laptops and various other accessories by which they can access games and music and films and entertainment online, and therefore making their hospital stay or their treatment a lot more sociable, a lot more bearable. And the idea is for them to just forget about where they are. That's the bottom line. So we participated, our community members contributed, Zenith and My Stories in particular, and I'm very grateful to everyone. So we want to be doing similar sort of thing with our charitable foundation, the charitable fundraiser for Mind as well. Okay, so whilst I'm getting ready for our immediate battles in Destiny 1, I just have to write the message which will be pinned to the very top of our chat, indicating where you can find all the information on our charity, the charity we're supporting, and on myself as a broadcaster, as well as Tiltify, the company that is providing that platform for the fundraiser. So bear with me, I'll write this up and then we'll crack on with some action. I'm so sorry, I kept talking and my mic was switched off. You can see the message which has been pinned to the very top of our chat. Gives you all the information on the charity, on Tiltify, and on myself as a broadcaster. It gives you also the opportunity to watch our broadcast to the link, which is then not using as much bandwidth as otherwise it would if you were to be watching it through your Twitch app, and you'll be saving on the allowance basically that you have on your mobile phone if you're using 4G or 5G network, should you be watching it through the link, and all the other information is provided. So it's not like you click and you lose your money. You know, got all the options, you get all the information, and you can decide whether you wish to donate any amount really, as little or as big, as great, would be greatly appreciated, as we have the targets to meet by the end of the year, and also we want to be supporting the charity as much as possible, not just through the finance but also through the sharing of the news and the retweeting and spreading the awareness amongst our community, our own community members, on the mental health issue overall, how important it is for people to be fully supported, and then for everyone to be fully involved if they wish to do so. It is to donate. Once you click, there is a section there which is providing you with this option. You will have a look and decide on what amount you want to be donating, and then all of that will go through Tiltify. Tiltify is the platform making it possible, and then it goes directly to the charity. And that's all hunky-dory then. Once you clicked, once you completed, you had donated, you had been contributing to a very good cause, and you become a person who's also involved in the process of saving lives. Don't forget, anyone going to Mind will be indeed receiving individual group counselling, and for people who are experiencing broken minds, that sort of assistance is unbelievably important. It's essential, it's fundamental, and all of us, by donating, make it possible for such services to operate, and therefore we are part and parcel of that process through which lives are saved. Alright, so that's what I want to tell you. I need to get ready, and then we'll crack on with some online activity here in Destiny 1. So bear with me, I'll be back in literally a second. Well, my friends, let's have a look who is indeed here today. If anybody wants to join us, we have Shaba, we have Seko. Let's just invite Sekapupu, invite to Fire Team. Let's see whether Sekapupu wants to join us. So that's terrific. We've not seen Sekapupu for quite some time. Do apologise to our friends who are watching. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to invite Sukapupu and we are being basically frozen there on the screen. What you're watching is the dreaded PlayStation slide that comes in if you are doing something which is considered to be private. Not doing anything private, it's just simply me inviting someone to join our match, but it's just literally spinning and we are not getting anyone to come in, so I don't know what is going on. And I unfortunately can't even depart from the screen as it is not allowing me to do that. Just basically it is trying to connect to the external source, but it's not giving me any indication on how soon this will be, and that really should have been completed within a split second or declined if there was a problem. No, it did not happen. Plumber 1's there, Sukapupu's there, Shaba's there. We have several people who are going to be able to join us, so I want to ask our friends if they're watching, do you want to join us? And if so, just let me know. Let me see if Shaba wants to join us. Is Zenith perhaps there? Let me just ask. There's been some sort of problem in there. I'm not sure what's causing it, to be honest with you. Some sort of server-based problem. I know several people who probably would like to join us. Let me see what Sukapupu's doing. Sukapupu is in orbit. Playing Story on the Warmind. Try to invite him again. Oh yeah, no, hopefully we are going to be able to bring him in. We'll ask Shaba. Let's see whether Shaba wants to join us. So we'll just wait for a moment and we'll see whether our friends will want to come in. And if they do, then we'll do it together. The reason I'm staying in the orbit is simple. If we go to the tower, not every one of our 30 members can actually come in. Is due to the size of these rooms and the way things work in Destiny at the moment. So I'll have to always stay in the orbit for everyone to be able to join us as quickly as possible. Okay, we'll have a look at that again. See where our friends are at. Shaba is at a tower. And Sukapupu is playing Story on the Warmind. So doing the story missions by the looks of it. Stripey Lectern is at a tower. Plumber 1 is at a tower. Baba Dama is playing patrol. Okay, well I'll just go to the tower and collect some bounties and a few bits and pieces. You can see that everything's been reset for this week. Alrighty, so let's go up there, see what the bounties are like, what we can pick up. Should check really whether I've got space. Picked up several bounties the other day, which some have been indeed completed. And we did complete 2 of our Prisoner of Elders bounties as well, and that was pretty good. And what's this? This is that's nearly completed as well. Okay, and this one, primary medals. It's funny because these are weekly bounties, and these weekly bounties really should have expired with a reset. So you know, the system doesn't seem to work too well in there anymore. Generally they keep staying in here, even the daily bounties, you know, they stay there for quite a while. Like for instance, some of these are picked up. Let me see. Bounty tracker, I think we'll pick up some Siva bounties. We'll take 3 of them. 25k I've got, so I'd better be well, I'll go to Barracks and purchase some synths from Barracks. Oh, there's Plumber 1, look at him. Hello. Maybe Plumber 1 wants to join us. Let me invite him. See if he wants to come in, and then we have our friend Master Rahul. Yep, our friend joined us, so that's good. And oh, hello. Can you hear me? Yeah, that's fine. Let me just bring you in through our party, so the sound's going to be a lot better. Can I bring you in through the party? Yeah, just bear with me a second. I'll be a second. That's Plumber 1, yeah? So we'll just wait until our friend joins us. Party joined. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to hear our friend. Can you hear us? Hello? Maybe still taking a moment or two. Let me see. PlayStation Network, we don't always hear. Oh, Shaba joined us as well. Oh, hang on, I'll bring in Shaba. I'll bring in Shaba as well. Shaba, I'll bring you in through our party system in here, so you can come in and we can talk nicely and loudly rather than through in-game sound. Our friend Plumber 1. Yeah, I know what it is. We need to join the party then. Wait a minute. I need to do this again. Party, Shaba, add players. Old friends, Plumber. There we are. So we've got Shaba and we've got Plumber as well in here. We'll just wait for them to join us and just wait for the party to kick in so we can hear everyone. Shaba, can you hear me? I can't hear you. I think you joined the party, but I can't actually hear. To double check whether that's all fully registered. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? I can't hear anyone for some reason. I don't know why. What's going on? Shaba, can you hear me? No, I can't hear either Shaba or Plumber.
Well, but I am joining. I am joining with you.
Oh yeah, you can hear me. I can hear you now, sir. Hello,
Yeah.
how's it
I
how's it
am
going?
joining.
Good to see you. Are you now in our party? Let me just see. Yeah, we are in a party, so that's fine. I can hear you fine.
You create a party, and I'm joining.
Yeah, you're in the party. Yeah.
Okay.
And our friend Shaba is there as well. I just need to tell you that we are streaming live on Twitch, so we are live, and it is a family-friendly channel. So just that you know, so as a family-friendly channel, I have these rules, which is we have to be polite, we don't swear, and that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
One two.
we played already previously, so I'm not sure whether you were aware that we were streaming, and everything that's streamed is then recorded and then it's being archived. And we have Shaba together with us. He's also joined us. He's our community member from the US. Here's Shaba.
Okay.
But I can't hear Shaba. Shaba can you hear me? Let me just tell Shaba I can't hear him. Just bear with me. I need to type a message.
If you want, I go down this party, and I don't know in another one.
Don't worry about it. No need. I can't hear Shaba for some reason. I don't know whether his mic is switched on or off or something. I can see that we've gone to Shaba's. Shaba is in a party, and then it's both myself and Plumber. So I don't know what the reason for that is. Shaba, can you hear us? He says that he will join us because he's engaged with something, and therefore he'll join us a bit later. So that's no worries.
That's okay.
That's all good. So what we can do is, what we usually do is we assemble here at the front, and then we all depart to orbit. That's right.
I'm gonna make.
Yeah, we can dance a bit in there. A bit of fun.
Is your friend?
Shaba is our community member. Yeah, he's been with the channel for more than 5 years now. So a long-time community member.
That's the time.
Yeah, I mean we have quite a few long-time community members and people who are Destiny veterans.
I don't know if you. I'm gonna send a friend request to them. No problem.
Yeah, send him, of course. You can send any of the people you play with live online with me. Like Zenith the other day was with us, and Zenith is frequently here. You can always send anyone a friend request, and they can obviously squad up with you when I'm not live and at any other time. Because everyone in the community is very supportive, very friendly, very kind, and the reason for that is this channel. Yeah, this channel is supporting charities and the companies that work for the good causes, supporting people with serious illness, people with, who are in hospital, people who are homeless, and so everyone who, yeah, everyone who is in the channel knows that, and they support such good causes, and we have a very, very supportive community. We don't really get people who are competitive gamers wanting to chase scores or doing speed runs. That's not what this channel endorses. We do other things here. And alright, so I think we are all ready to crack on. So let's go to the front, all of us. Everyone joins me, and then I'll take a screenshot of us three. And after that we'll go and do some Sivas. Or we can do some story missions, we can do whatever is the new weekly tasks.
Okay.
So Shaba's there. And Plumber can also join us here up front. You see where I am, near the. That's it. Just stay there for a second. I'll take a screenshot.
Miller, do you want a change for my hunter because my warlock I have but I don't initiate the Ziva. But no, continue. Let's go. Don't worry.
No, it's all right. If you want if you want to change for the hunter, that's no problem. You,
No. I create my warlock yesterday or yesterday, and then he's 40. He's 396.
that's all right.
And yeah, the small things to make, and then he's capable of
Well,
the thing.
as you want to be leveling up, leveling up is the best done through Siva strikes. So what we'll do is we'll do Siva strikes a bit, and then we can go to daily story missions, or we can go to Nightfall Strike, which is the new one this week. It's been reset already.
Yeah.
But Sivas and Nightfalls are the best for the best loot. So like you know, what we do here on the channel is we usually do like a selection of Sivas on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and then we warm up after about 3 or 4 of them, and then we go for the Nightfall, and then we'll see what the time is, and then after the Nightfall we maybe go for story missions, or we just carry on with something, or maybe do Prison of Elders, or something which is as interesting as that. So we'll do exactly that. We'll go to again, I'm going to do the wrong thing. Siva strikes. That will be here. Siva Crisis Heroic. Let's see what the modifiers are. We have small arms fire, primary weapon.
It's the same. Small weapons.
Yeah.
Small weapons, no radar, etc.
Void burn.
I think.
No.
Void burn. That's the only thing in modifier.
Yeah, they've changed because last week was no radar, so you have void burn now. So void.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, void damage is greatly increased. Then you have heroic, and you have small arms. So primary weapon is favored. So the main difference is void, and actually I have void. I think. Yeah, I have void enabled, so that's fine. Just very quickly, just need to see something before I crack in.
Have void too.
Yeah. So void damage is increased, and you can also use void weapons if you want, like the secondary and the heavy. And let me see what I've got there. Just one more cloak that I need to delete. Alright, so I'm ready. So we can crack on. We'll see what strikes will bring us.
Okay. One of these days, you have to. I don't know if you want or not. But one of these days, if you create a clan, even in Destiny 1, if you create a clan, it's cool.
The House of
I gave up of mine. There are
your old friend Sepix Prime
there are
is back.
so many players,
And
but
apparently
the most
better than ever, thanks to
of
the
the
Devil's
players
Placers, Siva.
play
Kamala's not
Destiny
too
in
happy about the
PC.
idea of the
Complicated.
Splicers playing Godmate.
Crosshair
So what you're
had
saying
something
is
problems
it's time we
in
return to the scene of
Destiny,
the crime.
and
I'm sure the Fallen will be happy
you
to
know.
see us.
it's difficult.
Yeah. I mean, I've not actually endorsed clans because frequently they'll have competitive elements, and this channel is not geared towards that. So that's one of the reasons. I have another community member saying hello to us. Matthias is here, our friend Dark Haunting, saying hello, and he's saying raid time, and today so void primary is ideal. Yes, that's right. Yeah, void primary is ideal. We probably will not be doing any raids today. We'll be just toying with some of the other weekly activities, just to respond to what Matthias asked.
Well,
And generally the raids are tied in with our charitable campaign. So once we reach milestones, we'll have just raids. Yeah, I managed to do that, but to be honest with you, this was a bit tricky.
Be careful with that.
Yeah, I
Guys
need to use my
guys
synth.
are Siva. I don't have ammunition, but I I'm gonna put miniature.
Yeah, I've done the same.
Okay.
I've used my synth.
Okay.
I'll just wait
That's
for you
the
guys.
difference. That's the difference in if the difference in 1 and 2. In
Yeah,
1, you have boxes of munitions.
that's right.
In the 2, no.
That's right.
Definitely we don't have.
That's right. Therefore, it's important to have as many synths as possible in Destiny 1. I usually buy them off Zer because he's got the best packs, packs of 10, and I will kind of stack up on these, and then we get no problems with Sivas or where is it? I hate those shriekers in there. I really do.
Silver is attacking. We'll probably hit. ¿Y qué pillas? Vamos a cagar al boy, pues tanto calor. Mañana.
I just need to ask you if you're having conversations with any people who live in the house, you've got to switch the mic off because we are live on air. People can hear everything, the viewers and that. So if anybody comes in, like children or wives, they need to be switched off.
Yes.
Which is what happens, No, that's fine. That's fine.
Sorry.
People, get used to it once they are in the stream. But when you play the game, which is not on the live broadcast, it's a different story, It's,
Sorry.
no, it's fine. It's fine. No problem. So it's one of our popular strikes. We've done it so many times, and always fun. These shanks are so deadly.
I got this. Halfway through.
Be careful with the machine gun.
I thought that was a shank. But actually wasn't.
Guardian down. Guardian down.
Ah. I thought the wizard was gone, but I was wrong.
It's not so easy.
I'm wrong. I was wrong. The wizard was not gone. I thought my my thing worked.
Not so easy,
The splicers have a laser grid blocking the way. I should be able to disable it. In the meantime, do not touch the lasers and watch my back.
Oh, I missed him. Yeah, Dark Drink has the best remedy for these ads. Is anyone else? Shabba, I tried this one the other time. I was doing exactly the same for the first time ever, and I got killed a few times. I couldn't get out. It was that was the trouble. Do we have any more? Yeah, there is one here.
Halfway through, but we've got major hive reinforcements inbound. Good luck.
Okay, we'll deal with this one. Oh, he got me. He was so fast.
Don't worry.
Yeah, but you see the turret. That's the same thing happened to me. Exactly the same. I'm still standing. This dreadful wizard.
Okay. Oh.
Got it. Grid's clear. Let's
Okay,
get out.
we got it all, so that's good.
Okay.
Managed to get some ammunition as well.
Guardian, I've got reports of hive activity near the
Come
Devil's
on, come
Lair.
on.
You seeing anything?
Yeah, this way up.
Yeah, we've definitely got Hive. And apparently they hold a grudge because they're mad. And I think they're letting the Fallen know it.
Ah. Well, these wizards are powerful. Oh, the ogre got me. Didn't manage to tether him, but the ogre got me. And the ogre got you. We both
Yeah. Well,
were unfortunate.
the phone,
Yeah, one
one
of those ogres.
Don't hit. Don't hit. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, that ogre will have to be gone.
I have forget. Not, this is not the right answer. This is only
No,
right.
deal with the ogre first. I'm gonna revive you. Oh, you're okay, you're alive.
Different, I know. Look at this guy.
Oh, nearly got killed there.
That's the guy who killed me.
I nearly got killed by that thrall. Ah, no heavy ammunition. I'm out. I need to get some. But probably still have a few minutes left on my synth. Probably, we'll see.
Well,
Oh, no, I'm alright, I got it. It worked. It worked.
Why would the Splicers rebuild Sepix? They already have Siva.
I can make a guess. Maybe an offer to the other devils. A show of power? You know, in Siva we trust, and in Siva all things are possible. Get in there, and show them that their god is nothing but metal and tech.
Sepix perfected, in all his glory.
Oh. Got his shield up already.
Oh yeah, I just cannot.
Where's he gone?
Cannot take over machine gun.
Yeah, I need to get that scorch cannon off one of them. Oh, this one. Oh, you got it, yeah.
Careful. Alright.
Nowhere for Sepix to run this time.
Yeah, 2 Galahun rockets should do him. Let's see what I can get these. Galahun. Yeah, if I knock out his shield, I've got Galahorn on me now, so I'll be able to... Yeah. Yep, got him. Galahorn did it.
The guys.
Sepix was the Splicer's next big play. Present a god for all to worship. Then control the flow of ether to control the house.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
guess they
have a
didn't
look
factor
at
us into the
the
plan.
chest.
wrench we can throw in their works is a good thing.
Oh, level down.
You got some good
One
stuff, yeah?
hell of a
Good, good.
wrench.
I'm gonna have, see? How many skeleton keys? 5.
And another
No,
one.
just-
Okay. Not bad, not bad.
Keep mine for nightfall.
Alright.
Alright, we'll just crack on with another
Not bad.
Siva. What did you
bad.
get?
I get, what do you say? I got the schematic of,
Oh, that's good.
a schematic of the Tattered schematic. Novomatic. Novomatic is a machine gun.
Uh-huh.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know what or how we do that. But I'll discover it one of these days.
Well, that's good. Good job you picked up some good loot.
They are new things, and it's better. It's how we will learn to play the game.
Good, good. That's some cool down.
Remember Omnigul? Hive General with a lovely voice? She's back.
Vanguard
Computable.
scouts report she's undone her death.
Undone her.
Go
Pulled her knitting apart.
Eris would tell you not to make light of this.
That's why she's not here.
There's no telling what else might follow, Guardian. Destroy Omnigul and any lingering threats.
No, I don't want to. Omnigul.
Yep, that's right.
If Omnigul can come back to life, how do we make sure she stays dead? I wonder if the Hive think that about us.
To the Hive, death is relative. We'll face Omnigul as many times as it takes.
I don't care
Guess we're
sure,
made for each other.
but I think in Destiny 2 is gonna come. But they are always changing the history.
Just want to ask Shaba. Shaba, you still on the phone, or do you want to come in on the mic? Because I can't hear you. Your mic's off. Just let me know whether you want to come in, so I'll know. Oh, we've got some loot in here, which is good.
Be ready for anything. The Hive and Fallen
Mila,
Angel are more desperate
if
than
I
they've ever
if
been.
I go to mute sometime, then people
That's
in my
fine.
house.
That's fine. It's
Okay.
fine. Yeah, yeah, of course. There's no problem at all. Just keep it on mute if it's more comfortable for you. Because anybody who is doing anything live, in house, always will keep it muted. Like Shaba is doing some work there at the same time, so he will always keep it muted if he's doing work. That was my fault. I forgot that I had that rocket launcher. Yeah, you can keep it on mute. No big deal. No problem. Huh.
Okay, cool, brother. Yeah.
Oh, he's dead. Alright. No need to be chasing.
Guardian, you remind me of, well, Ikora in her Crucible days.
That was a lifetime ago.
I'm sure Shax hasn't forgotten. He still has trouble sitting.
All right. That's cool. That was cool.
Yeah, we got them all sorted.
The Cosmodrome is turning into a breeding ground for Hive and Siva. It's like one big, disgusting petri dish.
Need to pick up my extra ammunition because I'm out. Oh, we got some in here. Alright. I'm hit by the ship, I think.
Be careful with the ship.
Now that you're all warmed up, let's find Omnigul.
Okay, that's sorted. Too many of them in here at once. Too many of them at once.
Okay. I have an upgrade in here.
Yep, we all there. Oh, I've gone the wrong way.
Omnigul is back for a reason, and it's not just to yell, though she does seem fond of that. Finish her before it's too late.
Come on, come on. I'm here. Cuba have speed. He's a speed.
Yeah, Shabba's there.
Yeah, he's a speed.
I can't believe that voice is coming out of such tiny mandibles.
What? Something killed me. Ogre, I think, from above or something. Oh, nearly got killed by this troll. Trolls in Destiny 1, they're always headbutting, you know? It's the trouble with them. Yeah, I survived, which was tricky.
Guardian down.
Well, I don't see it yet.
Guardian down.
Is that knight in here? Ah, Olga got me. I was running to revive Shaba. It's the Ogre, Shaba. It's the Ogre causing us headaches. It's the Ogre doing us all.
Bye. Bye.
God, nearly died there with that troll. Yeah, they're all cleared. They're all gone. Oh, this one. 2 of them here. Okay. I need some heavy ammunition. Heavy ammunition in here.
Go look at that. Oh.
Ah, that was miscued. Oh, no, 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 no. He nearly got me the last one. Ah, someone else did. That head-butting thrall is a true nightmare. Oh, I got hit as well.
That's the clothing.
It's the ogre, yeah, the ogre. One was yellow bar, I think. Yeah, that ogre was gone. Ah, Thrall exploded on me. Shabba got hit as well. Just run. Well, we are all gone. It's the Thralls that got us. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll put the Galahorn on. Hang on, it'll be easier for the boss. Because the boss is just taking Galahorn. Still one left. Oh, I did pick up another one. Okay. Yeah, I haven't got any more. Some extra ammunition.
Careful. Again, not a lot of damage on the boss. Oh come on, exploded on me, dude. That troll exploded on me, that's ridiculous. I was gonna tether them all. Never mind. We cannot fight in a same break.
Yeah, the third time lucky though. This one's gonna work.
That's why we don't finish it.
Got my synth in. Thank you. Oh no.
Don't worry about me. I'm top.
Guardian down.
No, yeah. Be careful, Mira. Be careful.
Ah, I walked into Olga.
I knew it.
I walked into that Olga. That was annoying. Sekapupu's there. Hello, Sekapupu. And Shaba says that all these thralls coming at him. Yeah, loads of them. Loads of them. And that Olga's also wants to kill me. The only thing is that I don't have my sword. You know, I'm using my Galahorn for the boss. So that's the trouble. Use that. Hello, Sekapupu, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Everything is controlled.
Sekapupu, as you could see, we have Shaba and we have Plumber in our fire team. So once anyone leaves, I'll be able to bring in if you want to come in. That Omnigul is... Yeah, it was the Thrall Exploder that got me. Loads of Thrall's Exploders in here. Loads of them.
Not again. Oh.
Oh, we all died. Oh, wow. Well, that's one wonders why, really.
You know you have the core.
Still 1 minute. Hang on a minute. Pick up another synth if at all possible. I think probably. Still have 50 seconds.
Guardian down. Guardian down.
Man, I couldn't get out of there. Oh, he nosedived on me, that Thrall. I was racing to revive Shaba and he just nosedived on me. That's so terrible. Man, that's... Well, they peppered it with these Thralls this time. There are loads of Thralls. Many more than usual. And I don't have any heavy ammunition, that's the trouble. Well, I've got some now. Gets away from that Oyga. Deadly.
Yellow. We have many enemies. 8, 7, 6, 3.
I can't go in there because the Oyga.
Okay, I'm here. That's cool.
So let's see, where is the... Well, Omnigul's still overpowered this time here, you know. Somebody jumped literally in front of me. Oh, another throw, not again. That is tragic. That is tragic. What on earth is going on? I mean, Omnigul's overpowered. I've given Omnigul, was it 12 rockets, and Omnigul was still standing, if not more. I couldn't get to you. Too many throws coming at me. Now when I got my rockets on, Omnigul's gone. Oh.
Let's throw this.
God, he's still standing. What is going on?
You are the only one. Oh,
Yeah, the ogre's up there. Right, should be able to get Omnigul now.
Guardian down.
oh no, not again.
Guardian down.
Oh, I got killed. This Omnigul's just got tiny life
Here,
left.
I'm here.
Ah, 2 knights behind me. Oh man, that's turning out to be really difficult. Oh no, that Thrall's there. That Thrall's there. Man, that's hell. Another Thrall behind me. That's hell. That's just so many Thralls. The exploding ones.
So many enemies.
Yeah. Well, it's the Thralls exploding that killed me several times. You know, they come from behind. You're engaging with the one at the front, and then they come from behind. It's really awful.
Goodbye, Omnigul. Goodbye, Omnigul.
Oh,
Look
finally.
at my place.
Further traces of
Look at my place.
Well, if she comes
In
back,
here you
so
can
will
destroy
we.
it.
Look at us. Omnigul's neutralized and Eris didn't have to lift a finger.
You should tell her.
Trust me, she'd prefer to hear it from you. Come on back, Guardian. Good work.
Alright.
Come on back. After 3
Okay.
days of fight.
Yeah, there was really quite a lot of rounds before we managed to eliminate the boss. But I mean, we've had plenty of warm-ups, so what we'll do is we'll go and pick up our sunrise bounty, and then we'll go for the nightfall. So that's the idea.
Okay, go.
And Shaba says this was really stressful. Yeah, it was, because we Omnigul was overpowered, and we were doing everything
The question-
possible.
The question
And
is, yeah.
it's just that
the problem is not Omnigul. It's the calling. That's why she's screaming. When she's screaming, she call all lives.
that's right.
And you know,
Yeah.
lives comes in numerous, and that's
Yeah.
the difficult of the game. That's that.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
and the exploder,
No, the exploders are the worst because they keep coming from behind, and there were many. In this strike there were so many, and I got killed probably at least half dozen times by an exploder hit him in the back.
Okay.
And you know, tackling something ahead of me, didn't see the one coming. And what I really hate in Destiny 1 is they come and they sort of headbutt you. They kind of dive on you, you know, like really they want to punch you with the head. And then they hit you, and then you just explode, and then that's about it. It's just
they curve, and
yeah, they do.
That's the hive.
Let's have a look at all that they've got there.
Oh, sweet home.
Yes, we've come back. That's good. I managed to pick up several things there. I got treasure pack, so I need to just get rid of something in there to pick it up. Need to see what that is. This one. See what's in my treasure pack. If anything good. So let's see, inventory, treasure pack. Yeah, Boots of Triumph. Oh, Jackalite I picked up, that's good. I haven't got Jackalite at the moment. The boots I don't really need, I've got them. Boots of Triumph. Void, double down, shotgun, ammunition, machine gun, increased discipline, increased intellect. No, maybe we'll put them in the vault, we need to see. This one I don't want. What else have we got? Another blue engram. Cannot bother with these. Yeah, Husk of the Pit, I pick out so frequently. Don't need a husk. And then we have encrypted engrams. What else do we need there? Okay, so I've got a few more things to delete. Saris, and then we'll have we'll check out, maybe we get an exotic, you never know. Legendary engram, not too bad. And then we'll go back to the Boys Masters, that Brawler's Cloak. Right, so we'll get rid of these. Brawler's Cloak.
Just a second. I'm coming.
So let me see whether no, only 7 cents. No, 7 cents. Sniper rifle, 390. Take a knee. No, I'm not bothered really. 7 cents. And okay, that's all cleared.
Okay, here again.
So we can go to Zavala and pick up our Sunrise Bounty. Line of space when you let's look at that.
Tell me something interesting.
We got some package weapons, chroma weapons. Devil you know, unbelievably old cloak, strange coin. Lots of rewards, that's pretty good. We need to get rid of the next. We got plenty of bounties completed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 even, so that was pretty good. All thanks to Omnigul, completed everything there. And then maybe pick up one or two bounties from our friend Katie. No, that's wrong. It is Xander rather than Katie giving us bounties. Let me see, this one, this one, this one. Okay, that's fine. Maybe I'll just get rid of some glimmer because I got 25k. I need to definitely get rid of some of it. Question is what I'll buy there from him. Inventory. Oh, I have loads of these. Okay, I'll just have maybe 2 packs. Okay, that's fine. Once more, look at the postmasters if there's anything else I can still delete. So I'm generating a lot of loot in I don't need. Unbelievable old cloak. Crucible hand cannon. Okay, it's not too bad. All my victims cloak. No, this one I don't actually want. I've got that one in the vault. And then alright. Oh, it's the last cloak. Okay. Artifact. Right, boys, I'm ready. So we can go for our nightfall if you're interested, and everyone who's ready can just assemble here up front.
I'm ready.
Yeah, just come over here to the front, and Shaba as well. We'll all line up before the next strike. Oh, you're here. Okay, fine. I mean, it's. I just try to get everyone the same shot. Oh yeah, I got it. Got it. That's cool. Got everyone in the same shot. And Shaba seated. Alright, we'll go up in the air, and then we'll be doing our nightfall strike. Let's see which one it is going to be for this week. Curious. Also need to decide on what weapons to use, because I was having that Galahorn. I need to put it away for a minute, and then don't really know. Let's see. Life support, lightweight, partial refund. Okay, still mine's better. Set destination. Nightfall is down here. Right, let's see what the modifiers are. Daybreak. Darkness grows stronger. And then we have Ironclad. They're shielded. Juggler. No ammunition drops for a quick weapon. Specialist weapon damage is favored. And Solar Burn. Okay, so we'll put Solar on this instance. Right, so let's just crack on with this weekly Nightfall. It's been reset today, and
we are finished this tomorrow.
Oh no! It may not be as difficult. You'll find that sometimes due to the problems with the tech, you get sometimes Sivas which are more difficult than Nightfall strikes. We've had many of these, you know, in the last few months. They shouldn't be that difficult, but they just not properly maintained. Like the one we've done with Omnigul is definitely definitely a Nightfall strike. It was definitely that difficult. Omnigul was so overpowered. She would have taken maybe God knows how many rockets. I mean, I've had probably 3 or 4 loadings of rockets, and I think Shaba also had as many. So we've seen that the bosses have been overpowered in Sivas for some time. Not every Siva strike, but some of
Can't
those.
afford another Omnigul situation. Get in there, assess the threat, and aid Rasputin. A threat to the Warmind is a threat to the city as well.
Yeah, this one won't be too difficult. It'll be easier than the Somnigul, you'll see, this one.
Военный спутник запущен. Коды доступа внутри.
Rasputin's dropping a warsat from orbit. It contains codes we'll need to gain access to his bunker.
Good job, he didn't fall on top of me. It was close. Ah. Okay.
Sorry, just a little longer. I think Rasputin's testing me.
What was it dead? Don't get it. He barely touched me. We are gone. We are dead.
Impossible because the nightfall is gone.
Rasputin's dropping a warsat from orbit. It contains codes we'll need to gain access to his bunker.
Yeah, we couldn't revive, so you know, we have to wait. And then
I don't have my solar for.
I don't know why I died. Why did I die?
Don't turn it on. Tell Super, don't turn it on because you have 17 seconds here.
No, Shaba will not use the ghost. We'll just wait until. But I got killed by a debris or something. I don't know. Don't know what happens because
the WhatsApp when the land makes some debris, and if you were cutting with that, you die.
Yeah, probably some
That's
debris.
why you have to be a distance.
Yeah, I wasn't too close. I was down below. You know, I was literally on the slope.
The debris will there. Why that cannon so about this? Okay.
Those shotguns are busy.
Shotgun because it's Solar.
He is so strong. Look at that. He killed me and
Yeah, but
he was
with
invisible.
That weapon we don't have it.
Sorry this is taking so long, but these sequences are incredibly complex.
Now be careful.
I'm actually not that great at math, so
Pay attention to the sniper.
Thank you.
Guardian down.
Ah. What was the kill by? Where from? Don't know what's going on. That today it's just like really difficult. Don't know what's going on. Yeah.
We have a war site incoming. Rasputin says it contains codes we'll need to gain access.
Well, not really. It just depends on, you know, modifiers and depends on the maintenance.
I cannot, with my warlock, I cannot modify because I don't have the solar energy.
Oh, it's not full. Yeah.
I just have the voice for now.
We'll get to it. It's no big deal, really.
You are in solar. If you are in solar, you
I can't believe that I'm dying so quickly. Did you see that? He literally just looked at me.
Are you in solar power now?
Yeah, I am.
But these sequences are incredibly complex.
So you have to modify something.
No, I don't know what the reason for that is. Let me just have a look at my chest piece. Arc recovery. Arc burn defense.
Now?
No, I've got it. I've got it. Hang on.
The snipers advance and kill it.
No, I've put a different chest piece now on. The one that's got quick solar recovery.
No.
See whether it will work with a quick solar recovery.
Because when the snipers, when you have second phase, the snipers advance, and then comes in backup the other ship.
Says it contains codes we'll need to gain access to his bunker.
Yeah, I changed my. Let me see again. I've changed my chest piece. And let me see, defense and cannon loader. Yeah, put solar recovery.
Yeah.
So that should be better. Actually, I can put even...
recovery and armor.
yeah, armor
Because
put on. It's going to be better.
Yeah, yeah.
The
But
armor.
they are. Oh,
Wait a minute. Boy, double down. See what I've got. Any with just solar double down. Yeah, there's the tracer boots. That would be better. That would be better. Ion tracer boots. And then the cloak, Ion cloak. Where is it now? High command competitor. Sword forwards, not needed really. Two-sided coin. Solar resonance. Yeah, okay, that's not bad. That's it really. I think I've got it sorted. So hopefully that should be better than what we had before. Let's see.
Sorry, just a little longer. I think Rasputin's testing me.
I got killed by a ship.
I can say it.
We all got killed again.
It's impossible.
Well, why? We have to try. I've got the best armor. I don't think I can have anything extra. I'll have a look actually, hang on. I'll have a look if any of my exotic chest pieces would be better, but I don't think they would be. Automatic arc burn. No, that's the best I've got. Just check weapons as well, whether I can pick up anything which is better than Dark Drinker. Hang on a minute, just to give a second. Fusion rifle, sleeper simulant, Thunderlord machine gun, Galahorn, raise lighter. Ah, machine gun. Okay, we'll try that one. Try that one, and super good advice. Yeah, you could see my solo weapon, Dark Blade Spite, very effective. But we'll see now with
Sorry, just a little longer. I think Rasputin's testing me.
I can't believe that. Just one sniper shot and I was dead.
Yeah, that's one shot to the eyeball.
That's very difficult.
One shot to go.
Died heroic death, trying to revive us and rescue us and everything. Wasn't even able to use my, which is annoying. Wasn't able to use my.
Heads up, Rasputin's dropping a war set in from orbit. It's got the codes we'll need to access his bunker.
Where's our friend? Where are you?
I was changing something.
No, I'm waiting for you. We're not gonna scan before you're with us, just to make sure that
Okay.
we're all together.
Changing something.
Yeah, I've changed something as well. I brought in my machine gun, which is should be fairly powerful.
But
I
the
need to-
weapon, the principal, I think is the primary.
Well, solar weapons are working well. Anything solar. Like my Dark Blade Spite is definitely eliminating the bigger yellow enemies with one shot.
Guardian down. Guardian down.
Ah.
Sorry this is taking so long, but these sequences are incredibly complex. Plus,
Go,
I'm actually
go.
not that great at math,
Go to the
so-
center.
That sniper got me, but I did manage to get the other one. The first sniper eliminated.
Now, I don't have a pen.
Yeah, Shaba killed him. That's the third one. There's another one left.
The other pen, down.
Ah! We are smoked.
I remember that nightfall with three
We have a
Three,
war set incoming.
three
Rasputin
Titans,
says it contains codes we'll need to gain
and
access to his bunker.
I don't think we finished years
Really?
ago. That's
Well, let's
very
see. Let's see. We'll try. We'll always give it a good try before we, before we surrender. I think this part is more difficult than anything later. I remember doing that
That's
with...
that's the part most difficult.
yeah,
Because when you pass that
what's
part
that?
of the lightfall, it's more easy. More easy.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
to pass that, ooh,
Yeah, I remember doing that with...
especially because I am too weak about you. That's just that. Okay.
Sorry, just a little longer. I think Rasputin is testing me.
Careful with the other step.
Guardian down.
Alright. Be careful with the other step.
don't know what killed me, to be honest with you. No idea.
They are guys behind you. They are followers behind you. You think too much. You have the solar, but you have to. But if you don't come to the center, the explode and the. I don't have it. I don't have it.
What do we do?
Too many. It's impossible. Too many enemies.
We have a war site incoming. Rasputin says it contains codes we'll need to gain access to his bunker.
Yeah, change it for raised
I'm
lights.
gonna do one thing, and then I come, and I join to you. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna.
You want to change your character?
Yeah. I'm gonna change because it's not.
Okay, we'll wait for you to change. You want to come in with a hunter?
I join to you. Don't
Well, no, but you can't do it without the third person. We need to wait. We'll wait until you come back. So just change, and then we'll wait for you here.
Just a sec.
Yeah, no worries. We're having a dance whilst we are watching. Shaba's asking, is he switching? Yeah, our friend is changing his Guardian. He'll go for Hunter, I think. And Shaba says, I'm gonna switch to Titan if...
yeah, that's... I don't have Titan yet.
Work.
I'm gonna make maybe next week a Titan. But,
well, Hunter is always the most popular. You know, most people play Hunters. And Titans. Titans and Hunters. Warlocks are not generally that frequently present. Well, depends on player preference, but generally you find many people doing Hunters and Titans.
I think I play more time with my Warlock in that account, but I have deleted the old characters, and then
You've gone back in, yeah.
And then I initiate that. I like this, but it was my Warlock. It was very powerful, especially in Solar. But you know, I deleted, and then I have to initiate again, and my Solar is 0 in the beginning.
Yeah. When you delete them.
Okay. I think.
Yeah, that's you there. We'll bring you in.
Yeah, but I think you have to die to initiate the game. I don't think.
No.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
That's right. Okay. That's good. That's right now.
Sorry this is taking so long, but these sequences are incredibly complex. Plus, I'm actually not that great at math, so... Guardian down! Guardian down. Guardian down.
Oh, what got me now? Are we all dead?
We have a war sign incoming. Rasputin says it contains codes we'll need to gain access to his bunker.
Why switched it on too early. I didn't realize you weren't here with us.
I'm going as fast as I can. You'd think Rasputin would have made this a little easier on us. Guardian down.
Oh, not again. That's it.
Don't know what killed me. Something killed me while I was reviving you. Not sure what it was. Oh no. Got you.
With the sword, bro. With the sword. Take the sword.
I've got access. Let's go.
We got it. We got it. There you are.
Yeah, with the sword. With the
You thought
sword.
we weren't. You thought we were not going to be able to do it, but we did. We did do it.
No, it's different, you know. We are playing by the rules of the game. It's solar, weapon solar, etc. etc.
And armor. Yeah.
That's right, that's right.
Well, it made a big difference once you switched to your character, because obviously you had more protection and.
But the hunter, it's normally to sacrifice because he, in that type of this ride, the Nightfall, it's better hunter die than a Titan or a Warlord.
I'm detecting
Well, Titan has the bubble. You know, the bubble's very, very useful.
Yes. But the bubble in that Nightfall don't work because it's void.
Yeah.
And the energy solar of the enemies trespass the void.
That's right. It's the bubble, and with Hunter, it's the tether, but just the tether's not very powerful in here. It helps, but it doesn't. It helps, but it doesn't really do the business.
reported.
Okay.
His system's already stressed. Must be some other way to bypass his
My
systems.
grenade doesn't do anything.
Really?
Система взломана. Нанесен урон. Запущено планирование контрмер.
Careful now.
It worked. Maybe too well.
Now,
Raw power.
it's the other part difficult of it.
Someday we'll establish communication
Yeah.
with the war mind. Speak to it. Understand it. If we
Okay.
are ever to reach a second goal, it will
One
be Rasputin
in the
on our side.
middle. You stay here. Stay here.
Guardian down.
I just wait in here until the res is ready.
But it should die.
No, he won't go forward, he'll wait for us. He just went forward here, but he won't go anywhere.
You know, if he dies.
Guardian down.
I got self-res, good. Well, we're nearly there, so...
Guardian down.
That chest piece giving me like really rapid recharge there on my super. Getting super back so fast. That's masterwork Eon chest piece. I can hear somebody. Can you switch mic off, please? Can hear your
Wait a
housemates.
second, please.
As a fellow inorganic life form, I just want to know that Rasputin has a much better setup than I do. He has a secret bunker with space weapons. I live in your backpack.
Высокий приоритет мобильному юниту. Уничтожить его немедленно.
That shank's been modified to crack his system. Let's take it out.
Why am I dead? What is going on? Well, that's a shame. It's probably the sniper on the shank that was causing us trouble. Let me just switch to my Galahorn in there. I want to switch to Galahorn. Yeah. Put my synth on as well if I got it. Should be able to use it. Yeah.
That shank's been modified to crack his system. Let's take it out. Guardian down.
That's ridiculous. I got killed. I didn't even get hit. The boss is like really powerful there, and he's got, well, he's got a sniper or something. Well, we all died. Got 4 rockets in there, but for all the guys who are watching, this is our weekly nightfall. It's the Saber.
That shank's been modified to crack his system. Let's take it out.
He's killing me, but I don't know what with, because I don't even see that I was being hit. I have no idea what's killing me. It's just really weird. Yeah, sniper shanks are there. That's going to be very hard to survive. Yeah.
Mila. Sorry, I have to say it earlier. You have to be careful with electricity. Don't you see? Don't you see the battery?
Yeah, no, it wasn't the sparks. It was the boss that killed me every time. It wasn't the sparks.
That shank's been modified to crack
Take
his
care
system.
of that.
Let's take it out.
The small one, first of all, the sniper. You have to be careful. One shot, one goal. Be careful with that acid. Behind you. Almost there. I put.
Well, we've done it.
Finally.
Zavala, these
Finally.
are a serious threat. Has the Vanguard tried to reach out to him recently? Get him to understand we're allies.
Let's see what we've got in the
Last
box.
time we sent in a team was years ago. We found what remained of their bodies scattered across the sky. Watch.
Baron's Ambition, no exotics for me.
Noted.
In the meantime, I'm sending a team to seal the vault. All thanks to you, Guardian. Impressive work.
Another thing. The Nightfall have I don't know if you know have a time it's called oh good you win.
Oh, that's good. No Land Beyond I picked up. That was
I'll just say it. In the Nightfall, you have a time, extra time. It's if you finish the mission in that time, you win. Oh, price is incredible. But
no, that's right. With 30 minutes, we've got the Sunner's Bounty, and if you finish it in 30 minutes, you get the loot. But we didn't really finish it in 30 minutes. We were stuck there with the war set. That was grinding us. But you know, that's what makes it really fun at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I will be departing now. My stream's about to end, so I want to thank you for coming. Thank you for participating, and thank you for being a valued community member. Also, I want to thank Shaba for coming in and helping us out. Thank you guys for being our dedicated community members and being here live on the stream. Really appreciate it, and thanks for the tips and for everything we've seen. It's been really a good fun, and we had definitely some interesting activities in Sivas, and also particularly here with the Nightfall, which turned out to be quite difficult. We had Siva with Omnigul that I thought was like a Nightfall strike, and then it's almost like a double Nightfall tonight. So thanks guys, I'll see you all soon, yeah? Join us again when you're live online. Excellent. Take care, all the best. Indeed, yeah, take care, thank you. So as you could see, we had quite a few interesting activities, and like I said, the Omnigul strike was very difficult today, a lot more testing and a lot more tricky than usual, and particularly with those exploding thralls which were hitting us from behind. And it was Plummer, Shaba and myself. All three of us were tackling both the strike, the Sivas, and as well as the Nightfall. The weekly Nightfall is the Saber strike, and as you've seen, it is certainly quite difficult. And if you want to be doing it, make sure you're wearing your solar armor, the best one you can have, and that you're using the character or the guardian that suits you the best, preferably Titan or Hunter. So today a bit of a shorter stream, and I've had some other activities during the day, and we'll be back tomorrow for the usual one. I want to thank everyone for watching. Thank you for supporting us, and thank you for indeed being our valued community members. Thank you for supporting our charitable fundraising campaign for Mind charity, and you could see there on our chat there is this pinned tweet, and all the information on donations and everything else is included, so just have a look. And also sometimes you can watch our stream through that link, as it's clearly displayed and it will be using a lot less of the bandwidth compared to the Twitch app, which you may be using on your Android. I've seen on the stats the vast majority of people watch my stream on Android and iOS, so it's iPhones and smartphones, and if you're watching them on 5G or 4G, they can be burning up a lot of your bandwidth as they have very high resolution. So once again, thanks for watching, thanks for being a dedicated community members. I shall wish you all a very good night and see you all tomorrow. Take care.